Oh shit, you can't even really see the table. Well, you can see me shuffle. Good morning. I'm really exhausted. Boy, I have been dragging ass and feeling really ill um since that eclipse. Whew. Yes, I have to do a reading, an energy reading, a collective energy reading. Don't mind me. I have been out dealing with chickens, and I have been out, doing some things where I don't have time to look cute right now or to have cute clothes on or to be cute, okay? It's not the time for that at this moment. But I do need to come on and channel. I was supposed to come on yesterday and do a reading and let it be known about things that I channeled. So I was thinking I was going to be trying to channel some things before I came on now. But some events took place and I did not get a chance to, and they wanted me to just do something on what I received yesterday, since I didn't get the chance to come on here yesterday. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get into this. I know today and this morning was like really beautiful, really magical. I got to see right away. I seen 2 shooting stars. I don't know, 5, 6 o'clock this morning. And then later I seen a third one. So I got to see 3 shooting stars this morning. The last one that I seen, it was so huge. And 2 of them were like going in the same direction and the other one was going in a different direction. So it was very interesting. And so it's like, 3 wishes, or, it's funny because here's recently, I don't remember what day it was, which I wish I did because I forgot to write it down, and I was going to go back and write it down later because I'd forgotten, then I remembered. But now I don't know what day it was, so I didn't write it down. I think I'm going to write it down today and just put this sometime in the last couple days that I channeled this, but I forgot what day. I seen like a genie lamp, and there was something else in regards to like a genie lamp, and I also got something about like riding that magical carpet, and then I also got something in regards to someone like having the rug pulled out from underneath them while they were riding it, right? So like riding that magical thing in regards to like their dreams or their wishes or their hopes or whatever, or fantasy, and then it like being pulled out from underneath them, and then they were like dropping or falling, right? Like falling down to reality. But then I also did just receive like the plain genie lamp. Okay, there was lots of stuff that I received for lots of different things. I pick up on a lot of energy. So I was seeing 3 shooting stars today, early this morning. That's like really special. That's really magical. As well as still seeing Jupiter in the sky, and I'm not sure the other one that it is. And I'm like, why can I not remember? I don't know if it's Mars or if it's Pluto or if it's Saturn. There's something else in the sky besides Jupiter that I'm seeing. And for some reason, I knew what it was sometime like a week ago or it might have been a couple days ago. But for the life of me, this morning, I couldn't remember. I'm out there and I'm looking, and, I like to honor things, and as well as like know what I'm looking at. And why now do I not know? Like, I know that's Jupiter. What is this now? Like, what the fuck? What is this? My brain is pretty tired. My brain is pretty fried feeling. Okay, so I received a lot of things, and I wasn't thinking I was going to be sharing any of this, to be honest, because it is very personal. But they told me no, that it's not just for me. My experience in my own, what I get from it to my own personal thing is for me, right? That personal message in that. I'm still trying to figure out my own personal message. Like I was talking to Spirit about it last night. Because I'm like, okay, what are you trying to tell me? There's certain things that I can understand. There's some other things that I don't. I'm like, what the fuck? And then that was last night when they were like, you didn't come on and talk about it. You're going to have to do this. And I'm like, it's personal. It's not just personal. It's not just for you. You have your own messages here. There's messages in this message that's for me to share for other people, right? So anyways, the first thing that I received was the tides are changing. Okay. And when I wrote it down later, when I went and got a book, I put the tide is changing. Later on that day, I'm in the shower and they were hounding me. They're like, no, the tide is not changing. That's not what we told you. They're like, the tides are changing. Now, I don't know why. I mean, isn't it the same thing? The tide is changing or the tides are changing. Isn't that the same thing? But Spirit was very adamant that I use the words that they gave me. Okay. So the tides are changing, not tide is changing. They really reamed me about that one. So that was the first thing that I heard, that the tides are changing. In regards to that, yesterday and the night before, I had a vision in my dream space, and I don't know if I spoke about it on here, but they were like letting me know there was something like going on with my chickens, right? And I'm like not knowing what that was. Okay, there was more to what they gave me. I just didn't share it on here. So the vision that I had when I was sleeping that they gave me, it was dark outside. So whenever I found this, it was dark time. And it was dark, and then everything was like fuzzy, so they weren't letting me see everything. But I seen dead chickens on the ground and like wings splayed out, and I seen at least one live bird standing up, freaking out. So I don't know how many dead birds there were, but I know that there was more than one. And I only remember seeing in full view one full live bird. And I don't remember everything about it. And then I remember them saying, "This is not good." And I woke up panicking. And it was a day or two after Lacey, or blue face, blue lace. I hadn't fully picked, like, we haven't come to a conclusion on her name, like one of the other little girls we had, it was either Paige or something else that came to mind with her. And so I sit with it for a while, and then I call them those names and be like, what do you want to be called? And so Paige picked out Paige, right? And me and Lacey, or Blue, we were trying to figure out what was the best name for her, or what to call her, right? I like to call her Lacey Blue, Blue Lace, and also Blueface. She did not like being called Blueface. Okay. She did not like that one at all. So, I have this weird thing with my animals. Not always. Sometimes I know exactly what I'm calling somebody. Like Firecracker was so happy once I give him a name. He knows it already. I call him Firecracker. He knows. And Paige, after that debate of trying to figure it out for a couple of days, and once or twice a day, I'd say something to her. I'm like, "Are you Paige, or are you Maiden, or are you?" I was hoping for a P name because her mom's name is Little Princess, and so I was hoping for like a P or an L name, but when I was seeing her, I was getting Paige and Maiden. And I'm like, what? Paige and Maiden? Okay. And there was another one too. I don't remember what it was. And I'd be like, well, what do you want your name to be? Do you want it to be Paige or Maiden? And then the other one, what's your name? Are we going to call you Paige or Maiden? And, she decided she wanted to be Paige one day when I was calling her. Once in a while, I'd call her one of the names. Sometimes, when I seen her, I'd be like, are you Paige? Are you Maiden? Like if she was out far, I'm like, who are you? And one day she was right there, and I said, oh, that's Paige. And she talked, and she looked back at me, and she was happy. And I'm like, yep, she figured out that's what she wanted her name to be, was Paige. Me and the other Inca's child didn't get there. She was Inca's child. She liked me to call her Inca's child because Inca was her mama, or is her mama, even though she's passed away. Anyway, so not last night, but the night before, you know what? I'd be lying and be saying I heard something. Well, I did hear something. Lying and saying I heard one of my chickens screaming, but I did not. They had a football game on going across the street. Across the field, there's a high school. And there was so much racket going on, so much noise. And I was like, the first one of the times I was like, was one of my chickens and I went and stood outside? No, it wasn't. I came back in and I just tucked them in. And then I was sitting here like, what am I going to have for dinner? I didn't make dinner. I'm hungry. I turned on the TV. And so I'm just like trying to find something on TV and it's blaring. And they were hooting and hollering over at the school. Something was going on and, on the microphones and all that shit. And something was like, fuck, something's wrong with my chickens. And I run out there and oh my God, I'm like, hey, what I could see, some of them had moved. I get closer. Some of them were hiding underneath the hen house. And I'm like, oh yeah, something's definitely wrong. And I've got some of them all like, and couldn't even move, like fucking stone faced and shit. They were in shock. And none of them were doing anything. They were all in shock, but some of them had took off and ran away. And they were all big-eyed. And then when I get closer, and then they knew I was there, then they were making noise. Something's wrong. It was a possum. Let me tell you, all night I was in a fight. My body hurts. I was in a fight with a fucking possum. And then the next morning, I was able to end up puncturing it with a fucking pitchfork against the chicken wire, way up off the ground. I don't know, maybe about 3 feet off the ground and like try to hold it there. It got out one time. One time it escaped from there. But it was resting. So I was able to get it again. Like, cause I went and took a break. Like I was like for about an hour and a half when I first encountered it, I was fighting with that fucking thing. And when I, was able to like pick up, like get it to not move for a minute, then I was able to pick up one of the chickens, one of the little children, and then go throw her in the hen house. And then that's what I kept doing. And then going back and forth and fighting with the possum. And then the other ones, I was like yelling and screaming at them, trying to get out from underneath the thing so I could get them in there because I knew I needed to fight that thing. Plus, I was going to come in the house and get my Glock and shoot that motherfucker, right? And I didn't want my birds in the way. So anyways, I get it, and I'm, it's stuck there, and I'm like, okay, all of them are now crammed in that hen house. And I put the doors, little bird doors down. There's 2 of them in there. And I'm like, okay, they're gonna have to sleep in there. I've got the possum in here alone. So I came in to get my Glock and it was jamming. What the fuck is wrong with my Glock? And something happened. Someone stole the butt pieces to my Ruger. Well, I can't stand my Ruger anyways. But someone stole them, so I can't use that. And then I go and I pull the clip out and, and I'm like taking everything. I'm trying to get a bullet to load and fucking with it. And I'm like, what the fuck's going on? It's jamming. There's no bullets in there. I was so fucking pissed off. My kids were here. Was it in September? And my son was shooting my Glock, and I told him, don't use all my bullets. And I was mad because then he only left me 2 bullets. But then those 2 bullets are gone. So I don't know if then he went and shot my gun and used the other 2 bullets or what the fuck happened. I know people like to come up in here and steal shit from me, like the people who own this home. So I don't know. But all I know is those last 2 bullets that I had were fucking gone. I was really ticked off because then I had to fight the fucking possum. I'm like, oh my God. Okay, I have to fight this possum. I have to fight this possum till the death. We already had Blue or Lacey Blue, whatever, die. And, I wasn't sure what that was. I was thinking it was an owl or a hawk. And whether if it was or not, it's a high possibility it was a possum. It could have also been a possum or a raccoon, but I don't think the possum was going to go out there. So I don't really know. Either way, if it was not the possum and it was a hawk or an owl, we got that possum. That possum's dead. So it took me until that morning, to fucking get it to die all the way. That fucking thing would not give up, let me tell you. And that fucking thing kept trying to come for me. And even after it was like pinned, and I finally got it pinned and punctured all the way where it could not move, I was like, oh my God. But I gave that yesterday, late morning, early afternoon to the vultures as an offering. Okay. And so I have to speak about that, but I also have to speak about it because I believe I was on here talking about how I had that vision. And so that's what that vision was. That's a problem. The problem was the possum. The possum is fucking dead. Other times when I get visions or I get knowings, sometimes they're like, what the fuck is this? Or make you feel crazy. Um, I'm not sure, like, I can't think of something off the top of my head that would be like, oh man, freak you out or make you think, oh my God, I'm nuts, I'm crazy, but you do have that. Sometimes it's just those knowings, certain knowings, or other people will try to be like, oh my God, you're crazy. No, motherfucker, I'm psychic, I'm a seer. Okay. Plus I'm an empath, so I can also read energy. Anyways, I need to take a drink of this, and then I need to get into that offering though that I ended up giving. Only one vulture, and the vultures kept flying around during the day, even like before the possum was dead. And I'm like, I have an offering for you, right? One came back later all by itself, and I'm like, hey, through telepathy, I'm like, hey, I have an offering for you. And it went like, in the city, if you're in the city, it'd be like 4 or 5 houses away, depending on, and then it went to like that backyard, okay, of like 4 or 5 houses away, maybe even 6, depending on how close the houses are. Might even be further than that. And it went way up in a tree, and I'm like, hello, motherfucker. Like, I'm looking at it, and I'm like, okay, I'll show you where it's at. Because by the time that I gave it, because it came back, it took off later, it took off. I was like, I have something for you. And it came back. And then it didn't want to get it. And then I moved it. And that the one time it was with a whole bunch of other ones, but there was only one that I was like talking to. And people would be like, that's so crazy. No, it's not, motherfucker. I'm an empath. I can send out energy. Okay. That's telepathy. It's energetic, an energetic message through my mind. Okay. And so the one that was flying over, I gave a message to, hey, I got the possum for you. I got an offering for you. And so it came back later, and I'm telling it, and I'm like, I'd moved it. And I'm like, okay, so it went over, far away, really high up in the fucking tree. And I'm like, are you watching me? I'm showing you where the fuck I put it for you. Because I kind of went and hit it. Because I didn't want my chickens to get into it, right? Even though chickens are part, like, they stem from vultures. Like, a vulture is a turkey vulture. It actually is related to turkeys, and chickens are related to turkeys genetically. Okay. So anyways, and I showed it where it was, and it was mowing on it all night long last night. And then like last night when I was tucking in the birds and they went to bed, the vulture was still out there eating it. And I was like, yeah, you're getting your tummy full, huh? And then it looked at me, and it turned its back to me and fluffed its wings out, and then it ran and took off. You're welcome. You're welcome, motherfucker. You're welcome. So I offered the offering to the gods, and so, death energy. And it's significant. They let me know it was significant that only one bird took that offering for me. One. I don't know why. I think it makes it more that offering, and one bird devoured it. And that offering of like death transformation. A vulture energy is also about nothing goes to waste, right? It's an Isis energy, a phoenix rising. Vultures is death magic, as well as crows can be death magic. Some people don't see it that way, but crows can be death magic. And vultures are death magic. And it's also like that transformation. It's also magic in the sense of nothing goes to waste, utilizing your fucking pain, transformation, alchemy. Okay. So Isis energy or Neith, goddess Neith, which were for over a week, I kept thinking they were telling me Keith. And she came in a long time before that for me because I'm needing to make all these red bracelets, and this one was red with this dragon dragging something, right? It's dragging something, and they have little red. Some of them don't have enough red on them, and they're dragging something with the red jade, and it was because of Neith, which I did not know, but she was there. I knew it was not me, right? There was entity there. There was something there saying, "Hey, you have to do this. I need all this red that I have to do." Like, okay. Plus, I can't find my lapis lazuli. I don't know if I used it all. I think all I have is solidate left because I was needing to do something with lapis lazuli. And it took over. That was right before I was channeling and thinking it was Keith, but it was Neith. That was around the same time that I started channeling that. And that took over a week for me to actually realize they were telling me Goddess Neith. And in that theology or mythology, I see it as theology because spirituality, mythology is also related to theology, which would be religion and spiritual practices. So Goddess Neith was the first goddess. And first God, first deity, right? She's the first known recorded goddess. And she is the creator of all life. She created sun god Ra, as well as other gods or goddesses. I'm not sure all about it. I haven't learned enough. And then through time and through evolution, there's also goddess Ishtar, I can't, like Easter, right? Ishtar. And some people say they're one and the same, that through evolution, through change, through time, that mythology changed to Ishtar for Neith, right? Just like Inanna, one of the other like goddesses that is equivalent to her is Oshun. And Oshun is someone that I gave offer. I didn't even know. I didn't know. It took me forever, but I'd be doing these dumb things. I gave offerings to Oshun. I had to do lemon and honey and candles and like all this weird shit. And I put rose and all this other shit. And I had to go walk it down to the little creek. And I had to try to put it in the creek, but I can't get to the creek. So they're like, okay, just set it right, like near as close as you can get, right? They wanted me to put it in the water. And a while later, I found out that had to do with Oshun. What the fuck? But Oshun would be like Inanna, that goddess Inanna. Or Oshun would be like Aphrodite, like goddess of love. Inanna is goddess of love. So all these mythologies and how they change over time or perception, culture, like these differences, right? Or evolution of change, things get dropped, things get added. Anyways, so back to this. Now, the first thing that I received was Dad. And then Dad changed to either Dan or Dana. I'm not sure. It may have also been both. It was going so quickly. So it might have went from Dad to Dan and then Dana because everything was going so quickly. And then I got 79. Okay. And then I got 19. So 79 could be an age. 79 could be the year. The same with 19. Okay. And then I got like the look eyeballs, right? And then all of a sudden it looked like glasses. They were showing me glasses. From there, I'm like seeing, oh yes, I got birds. From there, I'm not sure. I'm just going to tell you what I received. It won't be in order. Those things were in order. After that, I just started writing everything down. It's all over the fucking page. What I was getting, well, actually, I didn't write everything down, but everything that I could hurry up and write down and try to remember. So then I got a weird fish, and the fish's mouth was open like it was taking a bite. I also kept getting 5s and 3s and S's and F. and B, or sometimes like one that I have wrote down, I can't tell if it's a B or a 3. It's more has the swoop where it could be a B, but it's not down all the way. I got this other weird, it was like a bell, but the side of the bell was all like blown away or something, or cracked up. And then I got don't. I also got don't. Specifically, don't. Don't what? Like the fuck? Don't. I have no idea what that's about, right? I was getting raw. I kept getting crosses. I got BM. I got 5. I got M. I got GM. I got LA. I got JR Junior. Now this other one that I received is really, I'm trying to explain it. It was a big ass hawk. And it was like it was like pouncing on prey. I was flying, but pouncing, I don't know the word. It was the aerial of it, it was going to go capture prey, and its claws were out like this. And its head was more, it was like this, right? And the wings were all in a fluff. And it was like fast movement. And it had in its clutches, you could see what looked like a bunny. And the bunny was upside down, and it had the bunny, okay? And then the beak was heading down towards, like, it was going to attack it, but it looked like it was flying. So it was just really fucking weird. And in that, it said raw. Like towards one of the wings and going towards more of the heart space, it said raw. R-A. Capital R, capital A, raw. I got something that I believe is, hold on. Isn't that, I know I've seen this before, and I'm not sure if it's representing Chiron or if it's also representing Taurus, or I tried drawing it down the best that I could here. I don't know if you can see it, that right there. That's right there. I don't know. I know what it is, but I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know I've seen it. I don't know if it's Taurus. I don't know if it is Chiron. Not sure. But so I'm showing that. There were some other things that I did not get written down that I could not remember. And then other things that I'm like, is this relevant? I'm not sure about this. Whatever. So I'm trying to think if that's everything. Okay, I believe that is everything that I received here. And I have a lot of things I need to do, so I need to go ahead and get started on this energy reading. Do you understand yourself and your wounds? Let me tell you a story. For some reason, I have to talk about this. I had a vision of my father dying, and I was 17. It was right before my 18th birthday. So it happened. The vision was in, I believe, May, but it may have been April, but I'm pretty sure it was May. And in June, I turned 18. And when I was 19, in October, he died. And I'd had the vision of him dying when I was 17, right before I turned 18. A couple weeks to a month and a half before I turned 18. So it would have been a year and a half before he died. I had the vision of him dying. And it wasn't just a vision. I always called it a vision. Um, but it was time walking, was what I found out here in this healing journey, that actually I'm a time walker. I'm not just a seer or a visionary. Like, I don't just have visions. I'm a time walker. Um, so in regards to that, what was I needing to say? Why did I need to say that? A lot of people think that when they like channelers, you never know what time frame is going to be. Like, look, I just had that dream, that vision. It was a vision. Spirit gifted me with a vision, or my higher self, my high priestess, knowing it, seeing it, right? For that warning, being tapped into that. However you want to see it, some people debate what it is, or whatever, whatever. So, and I feel it's connected. I feel it's all one and the same. Um, sometimes it's more yourself, sometimes it's more spirit, but it's all one and the same. It's all connected. Um, anyways, that was a matter of a couple days. We can get things, and sometimes, like, look at the time frames, right? Where when I had the vision of my father, it was about 1.5 years until it took place before he died. Now, in regards to the dad and his saying 79, I'm not sure in regards to what that is for myself. I know that, how do I explain? I know that my grandfather was also like my father. And in 79, he had a massive heart attack. I know I was born in 68, and I'm not sure exactly when, but I got taken away. And I was around about 6 months old when I was taken away. So it would have been around 79. The end of 68, the beginning of 79, I was taken away, and I was taken away. I was also placed back in the care of my family around 79, the end of 79. So I was gone for about a year. And the reason that my mom and dad got me back was because they had another child. So this could be, like, for myself, they're having me explain to how people try to understand themselves, because I'm not sure. I know it's connected. I know there's lots of little pieces here. So during that time frame in 79, I had another father, right? My grandfather was my father, because at that time I was placed with my grandparents instead of foster care. I've been in and out of foster care. I'm sure there's lots of meanings in symbology. Sorry, I thought I heard something. Anyways, I'm not sure why I had to talk about that, why they wanted me to, but there can be lots of different meanings and reasons for things. You have to figure that out for yourself, and you have to trust. And even if it's lots of different things, for some reason, it's lots of those different things. If it's more down a narrow pathway of more something else, and you need to talk to spirit about it. So in regards to, like, my own personal thing, I was talking to God, like, okay, what is this? I understand the 19. Not unless it's 2019. If it's 2019, I'm not sure how this is correlating to anything. But in regards to me being 19 and that's then when my father passed away. When I was 19 years old. Other than that, I was also getting some other information in regards to that. And it was something very weird, very, very weird, and very, very strange. And I don't even know how to sit with that. But it was something, and they're wanting me to share it. It was something in regards to how, when someone passes over, how they can help you in life. And like, what they were letting me know is, like, my father passing and it helping someone in my family. And it wasn't me, right? It was helping someone in my family. like with their passing. And that's, all I can kind of get with it. And the Dana name had something to do with like, my father helping, that person, get along with, or find this person named Dana, or, something in regards to that. And I'm like, what the fuck are you telling me? Um, and it's interesting because I know I haven't done it yet, but I was going to reach out to actually my sister-in-law. Her name is Dana, and I'd be like, "Did you know my brother back then?" I need to ask her, because for some reason I channeled about something like this, and that's kind of like what they were letting me know. And it's like they were letting me know, like my dad assisted with that, with my brother, in some way, some shape or form. And so they were trying to let me know, something in regards to that, about how, certain select people, um, either namesake, or like, my father, that brother is my father's namesake. Okay, so they were letting me know something weird in regards to this, in regards to namesake, or certain, if there's no namesake, like, he has a namesake. So my brother was named after my father, and my father assisted him. Um, they're trying to give me some correlation with this, about how, like, when someone passes over, they help you with something in life. And there's, not to say that they don't help everyone, but there's one person that really they will try to help with, right? um um and there's something here with that. I'm not sure what they're freaking trying to tell me, and what they're trying to show me in regards to this, and this understanding. um I know for in myself, in this healing journey, certain people have died, and I'm like, oh my God, they died to help you. Or, oh my God, they died, and they died to help me. Um, uh, a few years back, a great aunt of mine died, and something in my knowing was like, she died to help me. So we have these helpers, these times and places when someone then is supposed to pass over, so that in spirit they can help you. And that's kind of what it's connected to, but this is something deeper. Um, because that is what happens when people pass over, is that they help you from the other side. They become your helpers. But this is something bigger than that smallness. And I don't mean to, I don't have the right words for this. Because yes, when somebody passes over, they give love and they try to help guide all of their family members. But it's like, someone is assigned to, or because of karma, they are supposed to help more a specific person for a certain reason. It's kind of like what they're trying to show me with this. And it has to do with the tides changing. And like, so I know for myself is what they're saying. And like for what I'm channeling, why I have to share it is, there's something relevant for somebody coming in, something coming in where the tides are changing, and someone is supposed to be helping you, like, etherically, right? Not to say that people haven't been helping you already, but there's this big karmic tie, as well as like bond, this contract, is what they are showing me in regards to this. I'm not understanding it all. This is what I'm understanding. And I'm like, why are they showing me this? Why do I have to share this? And then they were letting me know that it's relevant for myself. How the fuck is it relevant for myself? Right? Like, I'm not understanding what this is. Because I know certain times when certain people pass over, hey, they're helping me, but it's not this big help like what they're trying to show me that took place, like in regards to, like my brother and his wife, and I'm not understanding even how that was help. I'm trying to figure it all out. And I know people be like, well, then why are you sharing it? I'm sharing it because they're telling me to, or else I would not be sharing it, because it's relevant, not my situation, but the experience and the wisdom to be had and gained. Because even though I don't know it all, there's wisdom here that they're telling me. There's things here that they're telling me that someone may not know, right? And even though I don't know all the puzzle pieces, I don't know it all, they still want me to share. So I'm doing that, right? Um, for whatever reason. So this energy has to do with change, big change. Change is coming. The tides are changing. Okay. Um, and it also has to do with karma and karmic flow, karmic debt. and what is owed to you, faith, hope, and belief. We all have this certain debt. That's what they're trying to show me here too, this debt. This karmic debt, what they're trying to show me is something different. It's not different, it's more. It's more than how we see it. It's something like karmic debt. For whatever reason it may be for. I don't know. Okay, I don't understand. Anyways, I need to smoke because I'm rocking. And people don't understand. They're wanting me to share something about karmic debt and what they're trying to show me. Karmic debt does not mean you did something wrong. Karmic debt means if you have a contract with someone, what they're showing me, and the way that it needs to play out to be released, it's all karmic debt, regardless if you're right or wrong, regardless if you've done wrong. So then you have to stand your ground. You have to be able to make it through that karmic debt. The karmic debt, what they're showing me is that fucking contract until it is dissolved. And that's a form of karmic debt, is a karmic contract. Why, how exactly? I don't, I only know what they give me. And I also don't know how to put everything into words, and I don't know why they're having me share all this. I really do not like sharing personal things. And they really had me go personal again. But it is what it is. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards because I've been on here rambling for about these messages and channelings that I have received for 40 some minutes now. Oh, I do not have a lot of cards out either. I'm in the process of trying to figure out what I'm packing where, and I've got shit everywhere, and I'm using the angels and ancestors to start off. I would prefer to start off with tarot, but they're having me do these cards. All right, Spirit, what messages do you have for those that are in need in regards to this energy that we have channeled and that we are picking up on and channeling information about? Okay, and I have to stop. What they're showing me is in regards to karmic debt, in regards to karmic contracts. I still don't know how to explain this. Okay, just say what they're telling me. So there's something here like because of the pain or because of karmic debt, is like the karmic debt as in the pain, as well as like the contract and something in regards to how the contract was set up, whatever was done, whatever was done in regards to karmic debt for like in regards to my brother, and that had to do with my father in their contract, that he was helping him when he died, but it's also to help release the karma on his end, to work on that healing is what they're showing me, because of karmic debt and because he's the namesake. That's all. That's how I can explain it. They're giving me more energetically that I don't understand. And then what else they just told me a minute ago, I forgot. It'd be a lot. So it's like whatever wrongs that my father did or perceived wrongs for his son, right, is a karmic debt, let alone the contract is a karmic debt. And so something written in the contract was he was supposed to help assist him in some way because of karmic debt and because he would need it, and to help him and assist him with his healing and to be on to have like the best that he could have, is what they're trying to show me. And like explain, right? That this is what they're showing me, and I'm trying to explain it. Now, all contracts are going to be different. All things are going to be different, but these are the type of contracts that they're showing me right now, and how they can play out in regards to karmic debt and someone passing over, and trying to work through their karmic debt. As well as the karmic debt is, okay, the karmic debt is multiple things. Like, it's confusing me. I'm trying to find better words because they're wanting me to say karmic debt, but then they're wanting me to explain how the karmic debt isn't just from the pain. The karmic debt is also because of the contract. They are separate, but they are together one and the same. But it's important that you know that both is separate. Like, there's more of this karmic debt, of understanding karmic debt. Karmic debt is because of contracts. Karmic debt is because of the wounds or the lessons or like the pain that you create. They're trying to show something in regards to the karmic debt is more than how people see it, of a right or a wrong. Karmic debt is also a fucking contract, not just the wrongs or the lessons, right? Right, is that all, Spirit? Those are your saving graces. What they're showing me is really fucked up. Those are your saving graces. Those are the way for the people to help you, because here they could not. So then there they can. Those are that's the way they can, the only way they are able to show their love, and to show that love is like unconditional, the unconditional love, because they weren't able to give it and gift it here. If that makes any sense, this is what they're telling me. So it's like, who's supposed to be balancing the scales for you? Who holds that contract? Who holds that contract of love and light, of healing, and helping release you from that debt on the other side, like to make a way for you? I guess is the best way I can explain it. There's more than that to it. I don't know how to use words for it, because it's not so much that you owe. It's because some people don't have that contract. What they're showing me, some people don't have those contracts, or some people don't have that assistance like that. Meaning in that big way. Like, what they're trying to show me is some big grand scale of it. Because yes, when people pass over, then when people pass over that you love, they're there to help assist us all. But what they're showing me is something greater, okay? Something more, where then, imagine if your life is going a certain course and you have all this trauma, all this karmic debt, all these wounds and all this pain, and you're in this trench with all this bullshit going down this fucking road and this pathway. That person's helping here. They died to assist you. They are part of the karmic debt. They created it also. They created these wounds for you to be in this trench. They never helped assist you here. And what they're showing me is a part of this contract, as well as a part of this person's karmic debt when they heal, is to then be the anchor over on the other side to help them get out of that karmic debt, that pathway, that track on this side that they had to do with, of why this person's in that karmic debt. We all don't have someone that assisted in that way. A contract is set up that way. Okay. But yes, when everyone passes over, we're all there to help, is what they're showing me. That makes any sense. So then this person passed away to help them so that they can have a better life. And then they're doing everything they can to help them out of that karmic trench. Everything is karma, though. Everything is karma. Even our dharma is karma. It is blessings. What are you receiving, good or bad, right? Um, but everything, people want to say karmic relationships. Everything is karmic because we're supposed to be learning lessons. Like instead of karmic, we should be saying toxic karmic or there's a new word, and I've been trying to work with spirit on how to discuss this, because everything is karma, whether we want to see or believe it to be that way or not. But it's like the karmic trench that I'm talking about is that bad pathway or that trench or devil energy, not your highest timeline. Because you have all these wounds that were inflicted upon you. You're in all this devil energy. You're down in the fucking gutter, right? And riding in this lower vibration is what they're showing me for this karmic trench that we're talking about. Okay, everything's karmic no matter what level you're on. That's how we rise to release karma and to rise at a higher vibration. But you can't, no matter what you're doing here, there's karma, but that's how we're tied down to this earth. That's how we're in this muggle suit, right? Because of also karmic ties, it binds us to this world, or else we wouldn't be able to be in physical form. So our physical body has to be tied here by something, is what they're showing me. Oh, Jiminy Crickets, I don't know where the hell we're going today. We are going on a magical ride. So there's something in regards to these big, heavier, not just anyone passing away and they all help you, but there's something in regards to this bigger karmic contract, karmic debt, assistance of someone who has a contract to help you when they pass, to help you out of that trench. Some people have this, some people don't, but we're talking about these type of contracts. They're showing me like a spider web and how contracts are then connected to other people, and how then that pulling someone out of a karmic trend because they couldn't handle it falls onto other people. I don't know how, because ancestral, that's how. Like someone has to pick up the slack. And I don't know how to, that's the best way I can explain it. There's also some type of bond. And because of that ancestral bond, something there needs to still be broken. That's what they're talking about. The breaking of the bond then to release you. I am so fucking confused. We just opened Pandora's box. Man, Spirit be taking me down some rabbit holes. I'm not sure how this is all connected. Now they just like blew my mind away and stuff. I was thinking I was going somewhere else in regards to this. These came out in reverse. So it is the Shaolin Master. This is be graceful in movement and action. So releasing whatever blockage. This is also your sacral. Bringing me to the orange. Is it really orange or is it red? but he has an orange that he's lifting up. And the dragon, the fire energy, the kundalini, the luck with the, there's a blockage in the sacral, that karmic tie, those karmic chains. And I have to keep this in reverse. So the change that's coming, the tides that are changing is like moving out this blockage, right? Working on this sacral healing, kundalini rising. Your kundalini can't rise if there's a blockage there, right? The healing needs to be had. Because how can you have this balance and this mastery over it? How can your luck come in? And then it's like if you're bound to other people through the sacral, that luck and those blessings you're supposed to be receiving, you're going to have these blockages. You can't receive them, but who's siphoning from you is what they're showing me. Like in needing to heal from this. So your kundalini can rise and you can receive your blessings. Because it keeps you from receiving those blockages. And then the siphons, those attachments is what they're showing me. This is very, very strange. And then great teacher, learn from spiritual experiences. Peace. Whatever this blockage is, has to do, it's those attachments. The spiritual experience, learning from this, has to do with the knowledge and the spiritual attachment, the energetic attachment, and being peacemaking, peace. With like your sacral energy. So the sacral is your womb space. The sacral is, so you can have mother, father wounds there. You know, you can have sexual. There, it's intimacy, it's nurturing, it's creativity, because that is your passion, your fire, your it's what are you birthing? That is the womb space. That what are you birthing? And so those attachments, what are they birthing? Like what they're showing me is like in the karmic trench, attachments. In that karmic trench, the attachments being there from the blockages. And then so what is it birthing? It's birthing more. This is very strange. But I need to keep this in reverse. I'm trying to figure out like if they're going to show me this and tell me anything more in regards to the blockage of the sacral, the attachments, or the spiritual lesson, right? They had me talk about something earlier. And I don't remember if it was on here now. But how do I explain this? Like what they're wanting me to share. How do I explain this? Do you know why and what you're creating? What you're creating and why? They want you to look at it from both ways. What you're creating and why you're creating, and what it is you're creating. The duality of looking at that from both perspectives. It's like I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so I was examining something in regards to my wounds, something about my wounds, kind of like being a workaholic. Um, and also in regards to the workaholic, also how I give love. I don't just give love because it's a wound. I give love because that's who the fuck I am. So it's also, there's something about the spiritual lesson has to understanding your wound and making peace with it, but also understanding if that is actually truly who you are also, so that you can find balance and harmony and peace in regards to this, and letting go of whatever would be there that, ooh, that makes it the wound, understanding this. Um, versus then functioning out of that wound. It has to do with what are you creating and why, or why you're creating something and what it is you're creating in that why. It flipped and then it flipped again and it went back in. Night, to be brave and honest. I will be right back. There's something wrong with one of my birds. All right, I have to hurry and get off here. Those stupid cats, those stupid stray cats are really stressing me out. And my birds. Something needs to be acknowledged. Some wound, some trauma, um, some sacral wound or trauma needs to be acknowledged and made peace with. This be brave and honest what it is you want to create. And not holding up those same programmings and that fear or those blockages, that pain that is creating those blockages, because then you're staying in that karmic trench, right? Those wounds, that's what they do. So it's focusing on this night, be brave and honest, has to do with focusing on what it is you want to create, but you need to understand what you've created so far and where it comes from, the wounds that are there, and always being mindful of what you're doing and why, and making sure that you're not slipping into a programming. Like, I can be of love and I am loving, but making sure then that my love is not being distorted, right? And my love is not being distorted, so I'm not running out of some fucking wound. I'm not running out of some programming of needing to be a people pleaser, or out of fear doing something that is loving, or codependency, or something that is unhealthy and negative, I guess is the best way to say it. But then focusing on what it is you want to create, that honesty of what it is that you feel, what you feel about the pain, what you feel in regards to all of that pain, also what it is that you want, what you deserve, and then focusing on that. And then we have elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. That's what it is. And that karmic trench root they're showing me is ancestral patterns, karmic, like the 6 of Cups energy, also that nostalgia, ancestral, karmic, the behavior patterns also. So elder, move beyond ancestral patterns. Oh, I gotta hurry and get back out there. So this change has to do with helping. So what they were showing me before is like my father helping my brother trying to move beyond ancestral patterns so that he can have a higher life, higher timeline, right? That's what they're showing me. That's not relevant for me. They're having me share. I don't know why that's not relevant for me. There's other things coming in for me. I'm one of those lone lone wolfers. Unfortunately, like I don't have someone that has a contract in regards to that for me, right? But that doesn't mean that ancestors are not there in support of you, wanting you to break free. Okay. Some people, they need more help. They need more assistance because they wouldn't be able to make it on their own. And sometimes, people get so upset or jealous that someone has it easier or perceived easier. I know in this journey there has been times because people don't want to honor me or respect what I've been through, and it's just all about them. It gets frustrating because they have an easier life. And that's not what's frustrating. What's frustrating is they don't understand what I've gone through. They don't honor it and respect it. It's because they have this entitledness, and you have to acknowledge that hurt and pain, but also understand they don't understand because they're in so much hurt and pain. They have it easy. They have it easy because they couldn't handle your journey, right? And so, like, being honest in regards to this and being honest in regards to when this hurts you is like my pathway in regards to this, because then then no one can try to take your power away by making you feel less than or devaluing yourself or not respecting and honoring who you are. You can do this, another person cannot. It's that these people are limited, right? And people who are limited, they seem to get gifted more, and that's not to be rude, not all, but those that are limited, how to explain this? Someone can be really struggling and not get gifted these gifts because spirit is trying to teach them, hey, you're supposed to be the way maker. You can do this, right? So you have it harder. Other people, they can't do it on their own, not physically, not spiritually, because they're in those karmic trenches that they need more support and they need an easier life, is the best way that I can explain it. But either way, regardless, related or not, you have to break free from like ancestral patterns, right? Whether if they have help and they have it easier or not, they're still struggling with their ancestral patterns. That's is why sometimes, like, God wants the best for us. Whatever it is you see for God, they want the highest timeline for us. Some of them are unable to do this on their own. And those that are unable to do it on their own, God gifts them with that. But see, inside of them, since they're hurting so much, they also don't see this. And I don't know how that's relevant, okay? Maybe you're feeling like you have no support. Maybe you're feeling misunderstood or, frustrated because, people don't see how good they have it. And people don't also understand your pain. Those type of people, and they can't understand your pain, they don't, that's a part of them. That's a reflection of them. Even though they can't understand your pain, you can't let them hold you back. And I don't know how they'd be holding you back, but they're having me speak about this, so it's relevant. The bottom of the deck. Winter. Take care of your needs, because it's all about you. Taking care of your needs It's funny that karmic trench. Also, how do you break free of that karmic trench and that those ancestral patterns if you don't break free from that ancestral line? Like making your own way, making your own, like digging your own trench, building your own ladder. You don't want to dig a trench. You want to build your own fucking ladder to get out. And this is choosing differently, right? Making the life that you want to create from that sacral. What is it that you want to create? But taking care of your needs, being the lone wolf, taking care of you, honoring you. The wolf also has to be adaptable because the wolf can be an alpha. A wolf is supposed to be an alpha. They're supposed to be the leader. This is how they can be alone, but they also know how to integrate into a pack and be a part of a grouping and know how to get along with others. But you cannot worry about other people. You have to worry about you. You have to focus on you. You have to love you and care for you and start creating your life. Regardless about what other people think or whatever. All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull some cards and then I need to, oh shit. They're like, look at the other card. Star ancestors, follow the voice of your soul. It's like starseed and like your origins away from that ancestral line is what they're showing me. It's funny, oh God. And then guardian angel, you are not alone. It's also protection here. And I'm not going to go on. They're having me do from the bottom lately, and I'm not going to keep going. Going from the bottom and working your way up. And that's relevant for this. Because what I was talking about in regards to that help, what they're showing me is these people couldn't work from the bottom. They needed help and assistance because it was still bottom for them, but they couldn't get out. And they're still struggling with that, right? You can do the work. I don't really know. Very strange message. And we're going to use the sun and the moon tarot. All right, Spirit, what other messages do you have? Someone is struggling to break free from ancestral patterns. Or if it's not ancestral patterns, then it is this, or it could be both, making their own pathway. What is different than what is accepted in like your family line, right? What is approved or like that validation of this is the way you're allowed to do it. This is what we accept type thing. Like people not wanting you to pull away from the pack and go and be that lone wolf, right? Because of their pack mentality. It's like they have pack mentality. But you are meant to be a lone wolf because you can do it alone and then create your own pack. What it is that you want for yourself is what they're showing me. All right, Spirit, what else do you have for this reading and these energies and these channelings? Because you don't belong. You don't belong. There's something here in regards to oh God, we're going weird again. In regards to whoever I'm connecting for, it's like this family line that I'm talking about, their origins are here. Their origins are earth. You don't belong here because even though you may be in the family line, your origins are not from here. You come from somewhere else. Like starseed, your origins are not here is what they're showing me. So you also don't belong, and you were supposed to come to break away to show them the way, because their origins are of here. They've had more lives here. They don't know how to overcome. They don't have those. When we have lived on other lives, when we've lived other lives on other planets, we are gifted with other gifts. and ways of living that is inside of us, of how you connect with Mother Earth, of love, of abilities, of ways of going about doing things, okay, that is different from these worldly ways. And this is like what they're showing me. They are of the world. So whether they're of the world because their origins are here or because they have been brought so low into the karmic trench that they have lost where they have come from. I don't know. It's probably both because before I was saying they're from here. So now they're having me bring up, a different group where, they have been so worldly now and have lived so many worldly lives that they've lost connections with the other lives that they've lived, and where their origins come from because they've had so many worldly lives because they don't know how to overcome it. They're in this worldly trench of earth life, right? And don't know how to overcome. They've lost all their skills or never had them if they haven't had, other lives outside of Earth, Mother Earth, okay, is what they're showing me. And you are supposed to be that lone wolf breaking free to show them the way. It's another form of, that's another way of healing Earth. Oh shit, that's what they're showing me. These star seeds coming in these ancestral lines of people that are of Earth, that are worldly, that their origins are from here, who have not been able to evolve and break free from the devil or the karmic trenches, these ancestral patterns, these limitations. Okay, they have not been able to ascend higher. And so you are come to help heal Earth and heal them in their line by showing them the way, by being the one who breaks free. So everything had to be stripped of you and you had to regain who you were, to make the way, to show them how to do it. And to plant those seeds along the way is what they're showing me. Hopefully that made sense. Okay. We have the Prince of Cups. This is innocence. Within, like, love is purity, pure emotions, innocent emotions. Laughter. There's like a jovialness, a lightheartedness in the emotions. And being able to hold on to your own Prince of Cups energy and maintain your own emotional waters, joy, childlike wonder, regardless of what is going on outside of you. And it's connected to your sacral. So that healing that needs to be blocked is like taking your joy away from you, or your innocence in regards to your sacral and your emotions. So they're showing the sacral connected to your emotions and your heart center, right? And so that's that blockage there. And there's also something there where that's the connection of like the feeding also. So maintaining and balancing and reconnecting to yourself, healing those parts of you and your sacral so that you can maintain your purity and innocence and happiness and joy within your emotional waters as this Prince of Cups. So innocence and purity and like that lightheartedness and being able to maintain that and sustain that. They're showing me the moon. In regards to fears, woundings of the sacral, but also hopes and wishes and dreams that have not made it. Like those, what they're showing me is like broken dreams. Broken dreams. They're showing me stars and then them just like falling apart. Oh, is that what the bell was? Like the bell, you see the star and you think it's going to ring and you're going to get it. Like, wow, this is it, right? But then it broke apart. Hey, that's what the bell was. Like, this is it. priestess. Um, she needs to have her innocence back. She needs to have her happiness and her joy, her purity back in regards to her emotional waters. In regards to her sacral, also, it's connected so that she can be balanced as the high priestess. Hey, I'm having deja vu. This came out for another reading. This came out for another reading. This is deja vu. These same energies came out in the same storyline here now with the cards. She's connected to all things. She's the anchor. She is the vessel of connection between all things. And she needs to be balanced for her connection. It's connected to her sacral and this blockage, the emotional blockage in her sacral, because it's connected to her being the high priestess, the seer, the knower of all things, the connection of all things, because she is the bridge between the light and the dark, heaven and earth. And then we have death, rebirth, the phoenix rising. So this high priestess is going through massive transformation, sacral and emotional. So it would be the heart space also. Through time and through space, other dimensions. Whatever she's going through is not just this worldly ways or this lifetime. It's other lifetimes, past lifetimes, is what they're showing me. That's how it's connected to her balance and being the bridge between all things of going back to like that melting pot energy of what they were showing me. And that rainbow bridge and like the galactic wars of taking all of that has been done and transmuting it here through all of those timelines. Why, how, what, I'm not sure why they're having me say that. But for some reason, this is relevant in regards to this high priestess's pathway, her job, her mission, her purpose. And whatever that reason and purpose mission is for, the depths of it, I don't know. This is what they're telling me. But because she is the bridge. And because to balance out the dark and the light through herself and through all she touches. They're showing me to what she touches. Because she is... it's like she's the transmuter. It's funny because the alchemist, death, rebirth, phoenix rising, that's alchemy. And there's something here with her, like she's the portal of alchemy. Her high priestess energy, something about her being the portal of alchemy. I don't know why. I don't know how. This is what they're telling me. And it has to do with her sacral. It has to do with all of her lives. Something here. They're pulling me back to Goddess Neith. I'm gonna have to go research her because of all that she created, right? And that alchemy, that transformation. I'm not sure. Mythology. I need to go research this. It's the I am energy also, what they're showing me. The high priestess, like evolving, being that bridge, being like a teleporter. Don't tell me like a teleporter. This is what they're telling me and showing me. Being like a teleporter. I lost what else they gave me because I was kind of questioning what they were giving me. Oh, because of what she's creating here, because of the I am, she is the God, the goddess. taking and transmuting. Oh God, she's got a big mission. If she has to go through it, it's not just this worldly ways or one other lifetime, but all lifetimes and all wounds being collected and into one life as the high priestess, to have to alchemize all of that to be the I am, to create her life here. Oh my God, can you imagine um, the hell, the trench, the pain, the wounds, the burdens that she's been carrying, and all that has to be transmuted to be able to be the I am, to be able to create, not just be. There's something here with this portal. Um, and the portal has to do with what she's creating, because she creates life, right? The light that she creates as the I am, but she's also that vessel and the bridge between the light and the dark, between all things. And she's the transmuter, because there's something here with her energy force of transmuting things. Spirit, I don't understand. It's something to anchor, the anchor into Mother Earth, and also for earth healing. This kind of, I'm a little like not making sense. It's not just earth, it's the elements. Something, I don't know why. Hold on. Like, spirit, connected to all things that I am, you control the elements. Don't ask me. You have, because you're connected to them. And so, like, healing of Mother Earth, it also helps heal the elements. I don't really know. But let me move on. Spirit, we just keep kind of going crazier here. We have justice. It's funny. I don't know what all these little bubbles are in this card, but they're showing me of like all these other worlds, all these other timelines, and like you're alchemizing your rebirth as this high priestess brings in justice over all of these timelines and lifetimes and all these different worlds. It's funny because what they're showing me on a cosmic level is you're here to help balance the scale of light and dark, or alchemy transformation, and also being like that light that shines in the darkness, or also like the lighthouse. Um, they're showing me like being a crystal. You're your own walking crystal. In this vibration, in this receiver, you're transmitting, you're putting out energy as this big old crystal, but you're receiving lots of transmitter, and it's for also Mother Earth. And hold on, it's not just Mother Earth, it's connected to those lifetimes. I don't know. You're losing me, Spirit. You're losing me. I need to find some friends like me, because they can help me, their knowledge, and it can help me make sense of also what I get, especially when I'm not understanding something. I haven't found, not to say I haven't found people with abilities or healers, or, people who do Reiki or whatever, but no one who receives things like I receive things, right? Who's able to comprehend what I'm saying, to help make sense of it, or help me see it in another way, to help me also understand what I'm receiving. It has to, back to the galactic wars. They keep pulling me to all of these, all of the stars on this card here, and all of the, you have like that, the Dipper, or you have, what do you have on here? All of the there's star systems that they're showing on here, right? You have, one of the Dippers on here. Um, that looks like a dog. I don't know. I don't know what they are. That one looks like a fish, but I don't know. Um, I totally lost what the fuck I was gonna say because I'm like overwhelmed. Oh, the Galactic Wars. Thank you, Spirit. Um, that's how it helps with the Galactic Wars. I don't know how. Okay. Um, but oh yeah, because love heals, and as we heal, no matter where we are, it helps heal and put healing energies there. We walk to that earth; it touches everything we've touched. that touches every. That's the energy I was getting in this of like in regards to like timelines, and she touches everything, right? She's touching everything that she fucking touches, and she is the bridge. She's the bridge between the shadow and the dark, and having the balance, the light and the dark in each fucking world, because she needs to heal to transmute it all as the high priestess and the alchemist to rebirth all of those fucking energies and all of those timelines. Oh shit, Spirit. I get it, but it's also like so much more vast than what I can explain. But in those words, that's like the best I can explain. I get it. That is a big mission, because then it is helping heal all of what she's touched in every realm, every timeline, every world, right? Every dimension, um, wherever she's walked, whatever planet. That's a big job. I don't need to do anything else. Princess of Wands or Prince of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. So her rebirth brings in the justice, because then she's healed and transmuted it all. She rose above the fucking ashes. It helps through time, through space. It's connecting out to all that she's touched, because she's the anchor to help heal and transmute all of that. And there's something here, and it connecting and making pieces for her to fucking move forward, to take action instead of being all over the place with her energy. Like they're showing me also like soul fragments, then pieces of her that she's left behind and needing to retrieve it because of all of the pain. So this rebirth is collecting all of her also. And so she's been all over. And how can you really take action in what you're trying to create here until you heal all of that, right? And then strength to move forward. I'm spent just thinking about this, what they're showing me. It's funny, the lion is on that Prince of Wands. The Prince of Wands is like the Knight of Wands, in and out energy all over the place. Oh, shit. Hey, I don't know who's there. Good morning or good afternoon. I'm not even sure what time it is right now. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull advice cards. The Goddess Guidance Oracle, I think this is the only one I really kind of have out right now, besides the ones that I have to read. I do have animal ones, but I'm trying to get off here. I'm not trying to channel anymore. They've been hitting me upside the head. Her kundalini, she needs to do this healing to be able to rise. Hello, hi. That blockage in her sacral, it has her focused on the loss. They have me looking at her, and so like she's turned away from like her hopes and wishes, or believing that it's possible. And there's some connection here with her crown chakra, and like being out of alignment. But of course, it's going to be, though, if you think about she's all over the place. What they're showing me is she is this Prince of Wands energy. And she's been this Prince of Wands energy. So the Justice is also over this Prince of Wands energy within herself as the High Priestess because of her emotions and like they're showing me like the soul fragments. Okay. We have Ostara, fertility. It is the perfect time for you to start new projects, access new ideas, and give birth to new conditions. Not until she heals that. She has to heal her sacral, and that's what she's working on healing. She also has to heal her emotional waters there, what they were giving me, making sure that there's innocence and purity there, that childlike wonder still, whatever has been blocking her in her sacral, keeping her from having that childlike wonder in that Prince of Cups energy as the High Priestess. What other advice do you have for this room, please, Spirit? What I'm getting with this energy here is she's been very mindful to try not to create anything. Wanting to create, though. I'm getting a wanting and a trying to create certain things, but like being mindful not to create or to put focus into what it is that she truly wants because of this blockage. I'm not understanding that. Like knowing she needs to work through this blockage. And it's like, it's funny. It's like she's testing her own abilities in regards to seeing if she's healed yet. Because it's like this giving birth to new things. It's like she's testing to see has she healed her sacral and her heart yet and balanced out her emotions and back into her innocence as the High Priestess. So it's like she's putting in work with this Ostara energy, trying to see, because she can see the fruition of it. She can see the obstacles and the struggles to see her growth in her. She's very analytical. There's something, she's very smart as this High Priestess, whether she means to be or not, but she may not logically know, but she knows. As a High Priestess, she knows. She knows what she's doing, even if she doesn't know here, that they're trial runs. They're trial runs to see how far she's come, to see how far she's made it. Wow. Okay, we have Freya Bold. Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. That all over the place with the Prince of Wands energy, that in and out energy. How can she be bold and daring and take these risks when she's trying to pull her energy from these other places? Because her energy is all over trying to work on this healing so that she can create here. That's another form of the justice is in this rebirth is taking back control of her Prince of Wands energy and being able to be bold instead of having her energy all over the place. It's like she's trying to retrieve it. It's like she's tapped into the all of things. It's like she's also like walking that or going back to that, or there's something here where trying to learn, trying to gain the pieces. There's something where whatever it is, she's sending her energy there. Also, as a High Priestess, she may be doing more than sending her energy there. She may be astraling. She may be doing all these other things. Astral projection, I call it astraling. So that's been tapping her out to be able to do in this physical world. So it will bring justice in over this too. So like soul fragments also, things that were left behind. So some of it may not be this is she's stretching, she's reaching. That's the energy that I'm feeling. Her energy all over because she's trying to reach and get those soul fragments back. Thank you, Spirit. She's trying to find all the pieces of her that were left behind. Damn. So that she can take action and so that she can be it's not in a negative sense in that Prince of Wands or Knight of Wands energy. A lot of people see that as in and out, selfish energy. But this is the energy that she's needing to be in to live life again, is what they're telling me. So that she can live life again. And that's the Freya bold of her reclaiming her power and being able to unleash it onto the world. She needs to collect it again. Okay, that's why her energy is going out. It's for those soul fragmentations and pieces of her that were left behind, that's connected to the sacral, for the sacral healing. We have Kuan Yin, compassion. Release judgment about yourself and others and focus on love and light that is within everyone. Do you have any other advice, guidance, or support for this reading, please, Spirit? We have two more that came out. I'm trying to see what this is. Hello. Yeah, I received tides are changing. Artemis is at the bottom of the deck. They wanted me to look at that. But I also received a song channeling in regards to that. A change is going to come. I think I looked that up. That's from Sam. Is it Cooke's? Or I'm not sure exactly what it is. I know I've heard the song before. There's a lot of energies going on here. And there was a lot that they had me talk about before, but this is a big change. This change is, I'm not even sure how to explain this transformation that is taking place. This is huge because this is more than this life. This is something major. This has to do with lots of all past lives. It's not, they're telling me all past lives, all past timelines for this high priestess energy. There's this big phoenix rising energy for a high priestess, this rebirth, and collecting like soul fragmentations, pieces of her that were left behind. So Hathor, I cannot speak right now. Hathor came out on Freya. Receptivity. Allow yourself to receive. This will increase your intuition, energy, and ability to give to others. It's that stubborn energy. She's trying to do it all on her own. That blockage there in the sacral also has been hard for her to be able to receive. So it's like she has to do it all on her own, or she feels like she has to do it all on her own. But there's something she's missing here. Because even though there's that blockage there and it's been hard for her to receive, she could receive more than what she believes she can. She just needs to stop being so independent and allow herself to receive. What earth goddess? I'm like, is that person still there? I'm not sure what their name is. We have Mott Fairness. It's funny because a couple days ago, I channeled Mott. I seen Mott. And I spoke about that on here. I'm not sure exactly when I spoke about it, but we have the situation will be handled in a fair and just manner. This also is, confirmation on the Justice card that came out. So Spirit, like, having my back in that way. We have Artemis. They want me to take the bottom of the deck. This is Guardian. You and your loved ones are safe and spiritually protected. The Queen of the Earth. I don't know, because I don't see that there is like a Queen of the Earth. The Queen of the Earth to me is Mother Earth. She's the queen. The way I see that, the goddess for Mother Earth is Mother Earth herself. And she's always opened. She's always gifting us with things. So, I don't know. And can she share visions? Yeah, she helps you share visions. You have to be anchored into her. I see things differently than you do, probably, but you have to anchor yourself and be grounded within her to be able to help yourself receive the visions. Because if you are not grounded into Mother Earth, then you're not going to be able to receive the energies. Or if you do, you're going to be scattered. You're going to, be anxious or whatever. And so you're going to receive this energy and not know what the fuck to do with it. You're not going to be able to transmute it. You're not going to be able to process it. Okay. Grounding helps you be able to process it. So we stay grounded and anchored into Mother Earth, then we're able to receive more. The more grounded we are within her, the more we are able to receive and rise. As a seer, as a psychic, as the high priestess, however you see it for yourself. She's always sharing gifts. Everything's always sharing gifts. You just have to be open to receiving them. You have to know and believe, and what is it that's gifts for you? If the higher that we rise, the more we are able to see the gifts in everything, the beauty in it all. The sun rising every morning, that is a gift. The trees that Mother Earth have here, the animals that walk on hers is a gift. The stars, the moon, everything is a gift. For me, the skies are like Father Sky. And Mother Earth is Mother Earth, but they gift us all. However you see it, they gift us all. They're always gifting us with things. It's just, if you are not at the capacity within your heart to receive those gifts or see those blessings, and it's no shade, some people don't see them. Some people take them for granted. The sun coming out and shining every morning is a gift every day. From Mother Earth, from Father Sky, however you see it, I feel it's all also connected. You can't have one without the other. Because you can't have life. Life would not exist if everything else did not exist, right? How could we be living? If it was out of balance, then we would not be living. The sun needs the earth for her to be alive. Without that, then Earth would die. She would cease to exist. So Mother Earth would be no more. But everything is a blessing. When you can be opened, and so letting go of loss or lack, or some people can also see it as entitlement. Sometimes it is, sometimes it's not. It just depends. I think as you delve deeper into things, or you open up more, you can understand that it is a part of entitlement, because we become closed off. We don't appreciate the sun anymore, so we become entitled. We just think, oh, the sun's supposed to fucking shine. So, people are wanting tangible things. Oh, well, I want, I want $1 million landed on my fucking doorstep. And if I don't have that, I don't see no gifts. I want this man. I want this house. I want this car. And I just want it to magically appear. That's not how it works. Not to say that sometimes it can't work that way, but you also would have to be very high vibrational for it to work that way. because you have to be able to honor and respect things and have your heart space opened. You know what? It's whether if you're looking over the earth or you're looking out at the sky, you know what I mean? Like, no matter what you're looking at, everything is a gift. And the more you can see the gift and the beauty in everything, so it's going to raise your vibration. It's going to open your heart space to have a higher capacity to be able to love. And the higher you raise your vibration, then the better experiences that you can have, the more of love experience you can have. The more you feel blessed and the more you feel connected to the flow and connected to the universe of knowing that you are taken care of and that you are loved, so that it helps you get out of loss or lack programming, or depression or grief. um, it helps you to honor all things, and respect that, and see, um, I don't know, just see things in a different way than the world likes to see things now. um, You can ask me one more question. Um, do I like when you watch my reading? How you're funny. I don't mind. I mean, it doesn't bother me. um, I appreciate everyone who watches me and who supports me. So you have another question. What is your other question? Your name is very interesting. On there, it's Chris the Fish, huh? So do you have another question? Because you said you have another question. I need to get off here. I have things I need to do. um, I'm not going to answer that for you. We're all here to learn things, right? And if I answer that for you, I did hear something in regards to that, but then they told me not to say anything. But deep down in your heart or not. Because if someone hasn't opened their heart to you, if their heart is not opened already, then if someone can't love you now, then are they ever going to really be able to love you? You'd have to beg them. You would have to, you know, if someone doesn't have the capacity, then they don't have the capacity. You have to move on. Like, it's not to be mean, it's not to be rude. It's just, um, that's something you have to, learn and understand for yourself. That doesn't mean that sometimes you can't hold on to hope, but is it hope or is it false hope? Are you limiting yourself, holding on to something that's not available at the moment, so that and if you do this, why I call it self-sabotage is because you're holding on to something that's not there, that's not tangible, that you're not able to have. So then it's keeping you from being able to experience love or have love with someone else. So it's closing your heart space off, um, is the best way I can explain it. But other than that, I'm not going to answer that because of what I was given. I'm not going to answer. And we all have to learn things. There's things that we all need to learn. So they had me share what they wanted me to share. And hopefully that was helpful to you, even though not what you were asking for. Other than that, I have to get off here. Thank you for joining me. If you can please like my video, as well as subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. And share my video if possible. I know some people don't like sharing it. Some people like to hide it. Especially in regards to like having certain friends or family or society, the way they see it, especially over here in America, where oh, stuff like this is witchcraft. No, technically, it's all witchcraft. If you want to see it, it's all one and the same. It's all mythology. It's all theology. There's stories here, just like poetry. There's stories. There's things here for us all to gain. Anyways, I love you. Thank you for joining me. I pray that your day is full of blessings, peace, and joy.